carry your own shit. I was the woman answering prayers. Nobody was saying for me, holding everybody the fuck together while nobody was holding me. You needed a ride, I had the gas. Needed a shoulder, I carried your ass. Needed a plan.
How is everybody?
Hi there. Happy whatever day it is. Hope you're enjoying whatever the weather is outside. It's sunny today. We're going to just hope that, we're going to say it's sunshine every day. Welcome to We Tried Being Nice. This week, not true at all for me. I'm not even going to give much of an intro today. I'm not doing it. In fact, so much, Alma, Queen, I hand off to you. Yes.
The baton.
My nail brush.
Yeah, so I really did want to take the lead on this one, actually, because I happened to be in a situation where it was like a light bulb, like an epiphany, right? There might already be like a term for this, but I'm going to pretend there's not, because it was really important to me. And I called it the roller coaster effect. So let me get this exactly how I wrote it in the beginning. The roller coaster effect I define as when someone takes you on an emotional ride, all right? So they take a jab, they make a jab, and they push your boundary. They upset you, they frustrate you, they dismiss your concerns. And then right before the conversation ends, they make you laugh, right? So it's kind of like you go up that roller coaster and it's kind of scary. And right when you get to the top, you're like, I don't want to do this. How many times do I go up there? I'm all fucking done this. Who put me on this ride? And right when you come down, it's scary at first, and then you're just laughing. And you're like, okay, this was pretty fun. And then you do the loop. But suddenly you remember that the joke didn't address anything. It didn't do anything, but kind of belittle how you felt while you were being jabbed. You're like, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I'm just kind of being dramatic because, oh, that joke was pretty funny and now I'm laughing. So I must be making it up. I must be exaggerating everything that I just felt because I just laughed. So, that happened to me this past week. And I never recognized it before with my ex. I never recognized that that's what was happening. It was jab, jab, jab. I don't really like this. I'm ready to speak up. And then they make a joke and I'm laughing my ass off like always because funny people get away with a lot of stuff, right? That's what happens. We do. And so I call it the roller coaster effect. And I never recognized it until that day. And I'm really glad I did. Man. It was tough. Can you remember a time that you ever felt like that or did that to somebody?
Yeah, so actually just recently, I think it wasn't necessarily anybody in particular, but I think for me I am so hell-bent on recognizing everybody's good parts. I think we talked about this, right? That I'm not seeing the bad parts. And it's recognizing both that both can be true at the same time. They can have those good qualities, but those bad qualities still true too. And those might be the deal breakers. Just because they have 8 million things that are great with them, that one deal breaker is the deal breaker. And that's so hard for me to grasp and like wrap my brain around because I was conditioned to think otherwise.
Yeah. I recognize people's faults, but I'm the same way. Like, well, everyone's got good in them. I'm like so naive most times. It's so terrible.
They really didn't mean it that way though. Like they're having a bad day and like I can always explain it away.
Benefit of the doubt, right? That's my logic. But there's a fine line between benefit of the doubt and giving them excuses. And that's what I've done.
And here's what I'm going to tell you this week has been the turning point for me. And I would love to just actually pull my husband in because he's had to deal with me. I have like gone on so many rambants about just stupid things. It could be someone at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. And I'm sure I sound like the biggest narcissist myself because I'm like, she is so jealous of my light. But I am like so tired of people that will put you down for every little thing. But or want you for everything, but then not be there to lift you up. Like, you know what I mean? Like that whole thing. So that's what this week has been about is like, just, I'm not going to anymore. Like, I'm not going to, if I see the bad qualities, I'm going to accept them. Thank you for showing me.
Right. Someone had said that probably on Facebook because I see everything on Facebook. They're showing you who they are.
My news source. Thank you.
They're showing us who they are. We're just unwilling to accept it. Right. We're just,
No, yeah.
oh, benefit. No, why? We're not giving benefit of doubt. They're literally telling you who they are.
Oh.
Accept it. Yeah. So the emotional roller coaster is legit emotional whiplash. That's what it comes down to. And you probably did that to your husband this week because you were annoyed of something else.
Yes. Yeah. And he's like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm literally just like tired of everybody's shit and I'm not going to do it anymore. He's like, okay. Like in one part, he's like, hell yeah, finally. About time. About to be 40.
Yeah. 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 So
So.
I wrote something down that I just think it's hilarious because I laugh at my own jokes. I'm pretty funny. Chuckle.
Oh, no, I think you're funny.
Some people treat accountability like it's a telemarketer call, right? The second it shows up, they hit decline. Accountability.
For sure.
I don't want to accept that.
Spam. Hit the spam.
I mean, who wants to accept accountability? No one does. Hence where the humor comes into play, right? We don't want to do that. But I do like that you're sitting here like, you know what?
But everybody's got to do it. And if I have to do it, you have to do it too.
Yeah. No, I'll just laugh instead.
And I'm so tired of like, I'm just living in my truth. And I'm like, yes, okay, I get that to a point, yes. But at what point is it okay to just be a shitty human being and not want to be better?
This is what I love about our podcast because we are not the best people. We make mistakes.
No.
I've got some narcissism in me, like no joke.
I do. I got an ego.
But the difference between us and hopefully a lot of our listeners is going to be that we are willing to change. We are willing to grow. We're willing to accept and accountability. We're going to take that spam call.
I'll tell everyone that we didn't record last night because I said, you know what? No, I've been crying and guess what? I don't look good enough to be on camera, even with all the filter.
I got to figure out how to put a filter on shit.
I know I need to fly to New Mexico to
figure out how to use it.
Meanwhile, I've been over here like developing codes and stuff like on the computer for websites and documents and stuff.
To your own horn. Yeah, so that was a pretty big moment for me. I should have been upset, but I was just proud. I felt so good that I recognized it. And when you're in a toxic relationship and you're finally out and you're accepting of, hey, you know what, it wasn't a good one, then you're starting to recognize those things and you don't fall into them quite as easily. And so instead of being angry that it just happened, I was just proud that I recognized it. And I'm like, Jennifer, this has happened. And I'm totally going to write this down and we're going to use this because I was so proud. I could not feel more proud of myself in that moment to recognize something toxic, something that I can now see in the future and not allow it to bring me down, right? I don't like that. Right. I hate that feeling. I feel so much happier. I just feel happy.
No, and I'm proud of you on that too, because I think it's like, I think it's funny because you're like, I kind of laugh because he's funny, whatever. Aha. Yeah. And I think that's fine because you're still acknowledging like there is humor in it. And I laugh at some of the shit that's happened, or even in my songs, like my husband's like, you put that? And I'm like, it's the truth.
There was a song that I listened to that you made the other day. I don't remember what it was, but you made it. And I was like, I wonder if her husband says like, did you really just say that? I do. And I'm like, is he cool with that? Well, obviously he is because, you know, that's the kind of person you are and he accepts you. And that's the kind of marriage that I want. That's the kind of marriage that everyone should want. You accept me for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, that's who I am. At the end of the day, you love me or what?
I mean, yeah. So.
And I do. I love your song. I hope everyone listens to them because they're freaking awesome. And you can tell they're from the heart and the soul. You can tell that you really took the time to express where you're coming from and how it changed you and what happened. Like it's a real storytelling. So they're pretty freaking awesome.
Thank you. It's been a journey. It's been so like helpful more than anything. So
yeah,
I appreciate it.
So I wanted to ask you, have you ever joked your way out of a conversation yourself?
Oh, all the time. I sell death for a living, and I don't say that in the meanest way, but like when you sell hospice, like it's uncomfortable. And so, I mean, I think growing up in a not traumatic, I shouldn't be like over dramatic. I need to tone it down a little bit. Sometimes when you grow up with like a little bit of chaos, I think you learn that humor is a coping mechanism.
Mine is sarcasm.
I love it though.
Yeah. Rude ass sarcasm.
Yeah. I know. I actually did that to a lady tonight. My husband was like, I think you really hurt someone's feelings tonight. And I was like, who? Like, we're cool. He's like, yeah, that one. I was like, no, like, we're cool. Like, I just like, he's like, no, when she walked away. And I was like, really? Yeah. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh.
He's like all in tears. You're like, you're fine, right?
I'm like, you're good. We're good. Good.
Yeah. So
I
mine
thought
is
we were fine.
100% sarcasm, laughter and sarcasm for sure. That's my go-to, my superpower. I would always laugh because, I mean, was I using laughter as a mechanism or was it really laughter? I don't know. But my ex would say something really freaking mean to me. Like, I want to say one, but I don't. I
I
was gonna say
know
it.
it's hard, right? I know.
So one time he came home drunk late, right? And I had food ready. I'm like little Miss Wife. I loved being a little wife. Like I know it sounds crazy, but I wanted to cook. I wanted to clean. I wanted to work and take care of the kids and have food on the table. I wanted to be that. What all this whole time I was growing up, that's what I wanted for myself, and I got it. And then he'd show up late, and I would sit there and well, kids, go ahead and eat. I don't know when he's coming home. He says 30 minutes. It's 2 hours later. So eventually I stopped cooking, needless to say. Eventually I stopped being so wifey. But he came home and he sits there and I'm trying to tell him, like, hey man, I'm tired too. I made you, your 3-course meal and I've been waiting for you and you keep saying you're coming, you're not coming. Like, I'm trying to work it out. And he's just like, well, I'm tired. You don't understand. And I'm like, dude, we're both tired. And I said, we can measure dicks all day, but mine's always going to be bigger.
Always.
And that shut him up real quick because he knew better. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're doing manual labor, if you're on a computer, it doesn't matter what type of work you're doing. It is exhausting. If you're a stay-at-home mom, it's exhausting. You are just as
Oh my
tired.
God.
Right?
I can't. That's my thing. Like, people are like, why do I can't. I
Mm-mm.
tried. Can't.
I tried to. Being a stay-at-home mom is one of the
Genuinely
hardest things.
can't.
More
It's
power
not a
to
knock. It's
stay-at-home
because,
mom.
yes, more power to you. I can't.
I went stir crazy. I was not nice. I wasn't a very nice mom. It was hard. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
You want to know what it is? I know now why it is. I didn't know then what it is. I know mine. I don't know if yours is that. I'm ADHD and I have no executive functioning skills. I don't plan.
Mm.
So I don't set a schedule. I don't anything. So it's like, oh, it's chaos. If
Yeah.
someone had a schedule out for me, I would follow it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be easy.
But me create the schedule
No, for
for
me, like you have to
for me,
keep
no.
calm 24/7. Like it felt like a ball of like rotating chaos and frustration that I had to like keep inside when something didn't go right or the chaos was happening and I'm not super organized. So then I keep my calm all day with these children that are nothing but chaos. They're being kids, they're not being bad. But I'm like, just sit down. I need a break. Sit down. What does that mean? Like, I'm going to go jump over here and jump on the couch. So then it grows and it grows. By the time you have adult conversation and the adult is too tired to conversate with you, then the kids are still up in your grill. You don't get a break. You don't get a mental break. And I think any type of mental exhaustion is insane and difficult and scary.
We see that a lot in healthcare. Like our caregivers, they have caregiver burnouts. Anybody, I mean, you don't have to be employed in healthcare. You can be a caregiver at home, like taking care of a loved one that's ill and stuff like that. We see it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I felt bad that I couldn't be a stay-at-home mom. I couldn't. But that was a pretty big moment for me when I said that to him. It didn't make a difference to him. The conversation ended very quickly because we all know I'm bigger.
Well,
But
yeah, it is.
it doesn't matter. Like it's exhausting. And to respect each other's exhaustion, just because you disagree with my point doesn't make it any less valid. And
Right.
that's what he can understand.
Why is it always like a competition? Like, why does it have to, if we're a unit, if we're one, why are we against each other?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, that happened a lot with my ex, and my sarcasm, if it was said back to me, it'd be like jabs, like bad, bad, bad. So my jabs were not laughter, my jabs were sarcastic jabs.
I'm really guilty of like getting over things quickly and then I try and use humor like a little too quickly. and then doesn't land as well as I would like it to because someone's pissed off still or whatever the case may be. I don't know. It's weird. Um, so
Yeah.
that's a thing for me for sure.
No, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Like the conversation never truly finished for one party, right? And then the other party is like using sarcasm or using laughter. And did it ever really finish? So you continue on, you got to get over it because the other person's already happy.
Yeah.
You're not over
Well,
it.
and the thing is like I'm already happy because like in my head I've moved on because I on to the next thing, right? Like
That was so.
Jennifer satisfied. Jennifer satisfied. Ding. Check. Box checked.
Oh my gosh, it's true. I hear you. But yeah, so emotional whiplash, accountability, you avoid it like the plague. Um,
Yeah.
being funny can be a superpower, but it also can be your kryptonite. Like, can you have a healthy relationship if you're unwilling to accept that you are using laughter, that you are using jokes, and especially when those jokes are directly to the person? Like, my jab is to jab you and everyone else or myself laugh.
Oh yeah. See, like I don't like jabs at anybody though.
Mhm.
I don't get jabs, especially in a relationship. I don't get them. I think that may have happened recently, like, and I don't think it was meant to land the way it did, but it did, and I ended up in tears. I just do that for
Mm.
here. Like, I don't even try and fight anymore. I'm just like, I
Oh,
soften so much, like it's
yeah.
I don't even care anymore. I'm like,
Yeah, I think it's tough. You know, a funny person can sometimes walk through doors that an honest person cannot.
yeah.
I struggle with that.
Well, it's really hard when you're honest and funny, because people think like when you're being honest, then people just like think that you're being funny too. And it's like,
Mhm.
no, 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 I'm really being honest. And then but they think you're joking around. It's like, no, I'm being serious. Like,
For this one time, I am dead serious.
right, I'm like trying to prove a point here, guys. And then they're like,
Right.
oh yeah.
Mm. It's manipulation, but unfortunately, a lot of time when we use laughter, or that's what we're used to. Like maybe as kids, you grew up and the only way you coped was through humor, was through laughter. So I get it. You
Right.
grow up and you continue doing that, but it's not healthy. And if you're unwilling to recognize that, that that's your mechanism, then you just continue down the same path, and it never changes. It never grows. You don't change, and then that's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah.
You're like in your 40s and still being mean and hoping for a different change. Like, you know what I mean?
I know, right? Well, and who wants to be? I just don't know why you'd want to be mean. Like, I look at mean people and I'm like, mm. And it's not like I want to be the people pleaser anymore because I've been there, done that, and I'm not going back. We can rest on that. But I don't want to be that bitter old person, right? Like, you don't even have to be old to be that person, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for
But your
me, it's,
spirit is old because you're cranky.
oh, yeah. Oh, you age quicker when you're like that,
You
when you hang on to
do.
that anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But, when conversations get buried under humor, I don't think that you can really grow a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, you just can't grow it when everything is buried under humor. Like, hey, you know what? This kind of hurt my feelings. This felt a certain way. And then right away there's a joke or a jab. When, oh gosh, when your concerns become you're the punchline, that drives me crazy. And when it happens often enough, you accept that you're the punchline. That's when your self-esteem starts coming down. Like, you know what? I'm not as great as I thought, because clearly if I'm always the punchline, I'm just a joke. I'm the butt of the joke all the time.
It becomes the norm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end productively. No one really heard, nothing changes. Accountability out the door. That's that telemarketer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I can't say that I've tried to use it like I don't think like in that way. I mean, I'm sure I have maybe once or twice. Like, I can't say that I haven't. You know, what I mean, I think all of us have probably tried to use it in one way or another.
Yeah.
But I don't say like it's been a pattern of mine.
Yeah.
But I've definitely been guilty of like trying to move on a little too soon. But I have had been dismissed with humor like that before, and
Mm.
it does make you feel kind of cheap, right? Like just cheap and dismissed.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, Yeah, for sure. Same with like not being allowed to just finish a sentence. That irks me more than anything. Don't fucking ask me to say ask my opinion or ask me to say something and then not let me speak.
Right. Yeah, that happened one time. That it happened quite a few times. And I was just
Say once, that's nice.
they run away, right when the conversation for their part ends, they run away, and I'm like, if you're gonna say something, say it, but be prepared to hear what I have to say too.
Right, right.
For that didn't work out either.
Don't say you want to hear if you don't want to really hear.
Yeah, because if they hurt your feelings, right, and then you laugh, the hurt didn't disappear.
Yeah.
Just kind of put in the back burner, the back of your head.
It's, you
And
know what
that's
I
when
do? I go, I because sometimes, and I'm gonna say it, men are stupid. Unless you show them, it
Uh-huh.
hurts them immediately.
Yeah, but I think that can show all day, but unless the other person, again, it could be friendship, it could be relationship, unless they're willing to accept that this goes so much deeper, all these jabs and punchlines or whatever it is, the laughter, if they're unwilling to accept where it came from, it's a moot point. You ain't getting anywhere.
Very true. And they actually have to give a shit.
Yeah, not pretend to give a shit. They have to actually truly care. But the growth in themselves is what has to happen more than the growth between the two of you. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's a vicious cycle. It's the roller coaster happening all over again that you can't get off. So, but that's what I got.
Loop-de-loop.
Yeah, I just felt so proud that I can recognize that now, that I can take a step back and see it as it happens and not let it change my day. So that is my kudos to me.
I can almost like see you stepping back, shaking your head, like, God damn. You know what I mean? Like,
I was literally because it was on the phone when it happened. I was literally in the car, like, not ever again. I remember the moment. I'll never forget it.
yeah, they've been hitting me too. Like it feels like lately, like those little nuggets, I call them nuggets, have been dropping in my brain, and they've been helpful. They've been like I said, it's been a rough week, but it's not been a rough week as in like it's been bad. It's just been a lot like to process. But I
Mhm.
think that's growth, right? So I feel like today is definitely a better day than yesterday. And, yesterday was better than the day before. So I feel like there's progress being made. So I feel like I'm on the right track. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, since that happened, because it took us a little bit to do this, right? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like a weight off my shoulders. So every day has been better for me. I'm exhausted, don't get me wrong. Like I have a lot
Yeah.
on my plate. Professionally, at home, things are much better because I feel like when I have these epiphanies, I'm able to transfer them to my kids and teach them and show them and then change the way that I'm being. Like maybe I'm being sarcastic with them. Maybe I'm using the humor because that's what I'm so used to. And that's what we do. We show our kids all these bad behaviors unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
And then it trickles them and then the cycle continues. So my number one goal is to grow from me so that they can grow from me as well.
Love it.
So I think it's been great. I think it's been really great. And my kids are learning without understanding or realizing that they're learning something, that they're taking something valuable with them. And honestly, that's all I could ask for. That's all I can ask for is children and, young adults that are going to carry on something that is healthy.
Healthy and remain positive. Like it's gonna be crap storm, and I don't say that to like make you fear it or anything like that. Like there are gonna be times where you're going through it like, wow, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's gonna be okay, I understand why, like that was crappy, but I get it, like there's so
Yeah.
many of those moments, and I remember people telling me that back then, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm never gonna be old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I know like you're not gonna listen. It's not gonna resonate with you right now, but like seriously, I really wish you would. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be off the roller coaster. I'm happy to be
Good.
too short for the
Yeah.
ride. I will be too short for that down ride for the rest of my life. I'm all for it. For the first time, I must say I like being short.
I get a, what is it called? Motion sickness. So I'm just not even gonna get on.
Like in real life, do you get on roller coasters?
Like I used to ride them as a kid, but like I don't know why. This is this is me being an old lady. I don't like the feeling of it anymore.
Love it. I'll still get on them. I still
No,
say
I don't like the feeling of it. Like, I want to throw up.
that bad.
Yeah, I'll go on like the easy peasy ones all day long.
The log ride.
Or like really high, but if it's like trying to jolt you around and shit, don't
Yeah.
put me on that. I'll have a hip migraine for 7 days.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, your
Yeah.
age is showing off.
Yeah, my age for sure. I'm the oldest, youngest person you're gonna ever know all my life.
Oh man. No, I love them. I still love them. I love the idea of them. I think because I'm a little bit of a control freak, definitely. I'm gonna admit that. So I think roller coasters are kind of fun because it's the one time I can go fast and let go and still be safe. So live life safely. That's my motto.
I won't tell you when I do that. So, because you are so good at what you do for a living, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I
No,
don't drive fast.
you
You're
don't drive
welcome.
fast.
Of course not. I didn't get pulled over the other day in my
Never.
neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was 35 because it's a main road, but it's really like in the neighborhood. And I was like, oh, okay. That's weird.
You're like, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count. And I'm like looking, I was like, oh shit, that really is in the neighborhood. Okay. I got it.
Did you get a ticket or just a warning?
No, I got off with my good humor.
Oh gosh, speaking of humor, it can be a
I
superpower.
my husband was in the sightseeing. I was like, this guy tells me every time we come through here, I'm gonna get pulled over, and here we are. He's sitting passenger seat here. You pull me over, and he's like, ha, 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 you're good to go. I'm like,
Your husband knows you too well. That is hilarious.
yeah,
Love that. All right. Well, I think I'm good to go, man. I feel it. I feel happy. I feel expressed. I feel change. And that's what we want from this. We want you guys to catch what we're throwing at you so that you
that's
can
right.
grow and you can move forward and feel the type of release and weight off my shoulders like I do. So hopefully this resonates with you today, if not tomorrow, even if it's later. Just try to keep this in mind.
That's right. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Carry your own shit. I was the woman answering prayers. Nobody was saying for me, holding everybody the fuck together when nobody was holding me. You needed a ride, I had the gas, needed a shoulder, I carried your ass, needed a plan.